Hi, my name is George Dunn. I'm the Chief Executive of the Tenant Farmers Association of England and Wales. Here just putting together a few thoughts for what we might be anticipating for the tenanted sector of agriculture across England and Wales as we move into the new year in 2025. And you find me today stood outside the offices of the Country Land and Business Association in London, an organisation with whom we liaise regularly on matters relating to the landlord-tenant system in agriculture. And as we look to 2025, the first and most obvious thing that we are anticipating is the appointment of the new Commissioner for the tenant farming sector, which was part of the recommendations of the ROC review into agricultural tenancies, and which Daniel Zeichner, the Minister for Food Security and DEFRA, announced at the Northern Farming Conference earlier in 2024, and we're expecting the announcement of the Commissioner in the spring of 2025, and that will really help the sector to deal with some of the huge issues that there are in terms of the poor relationships that quite often exist, sadly, between landlords and tenants, and will support the new code of practice that's been developed by the industry organisations coming together collegiately. The second thing that we are really hoping will happen next year is that DEFRA will take forward another recommendation from the ROC review, and that's to ask the Law Commission to carry out a review of the legislation covering landlord-tenant relationships. So that will cover things like the ability for landlords to take land back for development and the compensation provisions there too, the definition of agriculture and how that plays in the modern context against a definition that was written back in 1947, as well as the rules of good husbandry, which were also written back in 1947, and a whole host of other aspects of legislation which just need to be reformed. And finally, we do need to see the government look to mitigate the issues that have arisen as a result of their decisions over the inheritance tax changes. And notwithstanding the issues for the wider sector and owner-occupiers, we're very concerned within the tenanted sector of agriculture that we don't see a reduction in the area of land in the let sector, and we don't see a reduction in the investment needed for the let sector of agriculture. And we are really hoping that the government will listen to our concerns about ensuring that landlords who are letting to tenants on a long-term basis, and for us that's 10 years or more, can get access to that zero-rate band for inheritance tax to ensure the ongoing resilience of the sector. So that's a few thoughts from the Tenant Farmers Association as we head into 2025.